morning, everyone. This is Orna Rana here, your social science teacher from Cambridge International School, Dasua. I welcome you all in today's session. Dear children, I hope you all are happy, healthy, safe at your home. So as you know that we have completed our syllabus, okay, and now we have started the revision. Civics Chapter 9, Urban Livelihoods. Lessons Objectives. To know about the various urban livelihoods, to know about the different people working on the streets, to know about the different people working in the markets, to know about the different people working in the factories, to know about the different people working in the offices. Lessons Outcomes. At the end of the lesson, the students will be able to know about the urban livelihoods. They will also know about the different people working on the streets, markets, factories, and in the offices. So dear children, let's start today's topic, and this lesson starts with the urban livelihoods, the city area, and here we are going to discuss like how the people in the cities, they are what are their different sources of earning, what are the different works they are doing, and how they are surviving. So as given in this chapter, the people in the cities, they work at four places. First one is on the streets, second is in the markets, third is in factories, and fourth is in the offices. So first of all, we will discuss walking on the street. So as you can see, like the main street, it is already buzzing with activity. Number of people, they start their work from the early morning, and we can find so many people there, like the vegetable vendors, flower sellers, newspaper sellers, cobbler, barber, blacksmiths, and the other person, those who are selling the foodstuffs and carrying the different things, okay, like the plastic items, toys, etc. We can also find the rickshaws, standing there, standing in rows, and they were waiting for the customers. In a survey of Ahmedabad city, Ahmedabad is a city in Gujarat, it was found that 12% of all the workers in the city, they were the people, those who were working on the street. And sometimes they sell the things or they repair the things, and they also provide the service. They work on their own, okay, they are not employed by anyone, and therefore they have to organize their own work. We can also find the temporary shops on the street, and these shops are the temporary structure which are made up of some boards or paper or spread over discarded boxes, or maybe a canvas sheet hung up on a few poles. They may also use their own cards or simply a plastic sheet spread on the pavement, and they can be asked to dismantle their shops at any time by the police, and they do not have any security. So these types of temporary shops we can find on the streets. We can also find the hawkers. Hawker is a person selling different products which are unbranded, and there is no guarantee or warranty for those products, and he does not have a permanent place to sell. He can move here and there to sell the things, and they sell inexpensive items like foods and handicrafts. We can also find the vendors on the street. Vendor is a person who offers goods or services for sale to the public without having a permanent structure or with a temporary structure, and they may be stationary or mobile. Stationary means like they can stand at one particular place and then they can sell the things. Mobile means they can move with their carts. So as we have discussed about the rickshaw pullers, here we are going to discuss about one rickshaw puller, that is Bachchu Manjhi. So Bachchu Manjhi, he was a cycle rickshaw puller, and he came from a village in Bihar where he worked as a mason, and his wife and his three children, they also live in the village, and they do not have their own land. So in the village he was not able to get the masonry work regularly, and his income is also not sufficient, and that was not enough for his family. So that's why he came to the city, and he bought an old cycle rickshaw, because he do not have that much money that he can pay it all, and he paid for it in installments. Whenever he has to take a day off, he has to think twice, because it is going to affect his livelihood. Okay, so that is the work of Bachchu Manjhi, a cycle rickshaw puller. Now let us discuss about the other area, that is market. So market is a place which we often visit, and you can find there are a number of shops in the market, and which sells variety of things such as sweets, toys, clothes, footwear, utensils, electronic goods, etc. And we can also find, like, there are clinics, showrooms, and there are many persons who are working as supervisors and helpers. The market also have small offices and shops that provide services such as banks, courier, courier services, and other. And we can find, like, there are the business persons also, and in the book where they have described about the two business persons, Vandana and Harpreet. Harpreet and Vandana, they both are the business persons, and earlier they have their own shop, but now they have started their garment showrooms, because now the ready-made garments, they are much in demand, they are in trend. So that's why they have started their own garment showrooms. They buy the things from different places such as Mumbai, Ahmedabad, Ludhiana, and Tripura, and sometimes Noida, Gurgaon, and Delhi. They need to advertise in various newspapers, cinema theaters, television, and radio channels to run their business. Then we will find the permanent shops in the market. We have already discussed about the temporary shops in the street, and now let us discuss about the permanent shops. Permanent shops are the permanent structures in the market, and a temporary shop, as we have discussed, this can be the temporary structure as per the available place. And those who have the permanent shop, these shopkeepers have to pay taxes for their shop, and they need to get the license from the government also. And there is also the fixed timing to open and close the shop. And the temporary shop, as I have discussed, it can be dismantled anytime. So you can just make a table in your notebook, and then you can compare these both. Okay, you can write the difference, what is the difference between the temporary shop and the permanent shop. So you can do this as a homework. Next we will find the other topic, that is the labor chowk. So first of all, we all should know what is a labor chowk. Labor chowk is a place where the daily wage laborers, those who work as helpers to masons, we can find these laborers there. And what are the different works they are doing? They are just digging at the construction sites, lifting loads, unloading trucks in the market, digging for the pipelines and the telephone cables, and they also build roads. And there are thousands of such workers in the city. And if we need to whitewash our house, we can also take the laborer from the labor chowk. I hope I am clear up to here. Okay, now next we have the next area, that is working in the factories. Working in the factories, now like, we are going to discuss about the factory area where there are different factories. Factory is a place where we manufacture the different things where we convert the raw material into the finished product. So there are a number of factories, and which are preparing a number of things. So here we are going to discuss about the export garment unit. Export garment unit means a factory which is preparing the garments, ready-made garments, and for the foreign companies. Okay, and so here we are going to discuss about Nirmala. She was a casual worker there. She is working as a tailor in the export garment unit. The factory where she works makes summer clothes for the people in the foreign countries like USA, UK, Germany, and the Netherlands. And she is a casual worker who have to work very long hours. A normal working day begins at 9 a.m. and finishes only by 10 p.m., sometimes even later. She works for 6 days a week. You can see here there is one image on your screen, and here you can find like there are number of people, number of workers in the factory, and they all are stitching the different types of garments. Now let us know more about such workers. Uh, at times when the work needs to be done urgently, she works on Sundays too. Okay, whenever the company is getting the large order and they have to finish it on time, so these workers, they have to work on Sundays also. Nirmala is paid rupees 280 a day for 8 hours and rupees 100 extra for working late. Every day she is getting rupees 280, and whenever she is working for late, then she is getting 100 rupees extra. By June, the work is over and the factory reduces its staff. Okay, when the work is complete, the work is over, then at this time the factory reduces its staff. Nirmala will also be asked to leave. For about 3 or 4 months in the year, there is no work for her. Okay, for 3 or 4 months in the year, there is no work for her. Means at this time she is not able to find any work. So let us discuss more about these casual workers. Most of the workers like Nirmala, they are the casual worker. Casual worker means like a temporary worker. Okay, those who are not getting the permanent job. So they are employed when the employer gets large orders or during certain seasons. Okay, whenever the company is having more work, at that time they are employing these people. If workers complain about their pay or working conditions, they are asked to leave. Okay, if the workers, they are not happy with the working conditions, they can be asked by the employer to leave. And there is no job security or protection if there is ill treatment. They are also expected to work for very long hours. So this is the condition of the casual worker. Now let us discuss about a new form of employment in the big cities, that is call centers. You can see there is one image on your screen. Okay, call center is a centralized office, and it deals with the problems and the questions that the consumers have regarding the goods purchased and the services like banking, ticket booking, etc. Okay, the call centers, they are generally set up as large rooms with workstations that include a computer, a telephone set, and the supervisor's station. As you can see in this image also, there are a number of people. It is a big hall, centralized office, and there are the different workstations. They are having their computer and the telephone. India has become a major center not only for Indian companies but also foreign companies. They set up call centers here as they can get people who can speak English and will work for lower wages. Okay? Yes. So I hope I am clear up to here. Now next we have working in the office area. This is the last topic of this chapter. This is the area where the people are working in the offices, either government or private, which provide services. Now you can see like banking, insurances, companies, courier, marketing, sales, educational institutions, coaching centers, corporate offices, health centers, mobile services, different government offices taking care of administration. We can find the offices there, and the most of the workers in the offices, they are the permanent worker. So now let us discuss more about these permanent worker. Permanent workers, they get regular salaries, they have fixed timing of work, their job is permanent, they get holidays too, they get pension after the retirement, there are medical facilities too for them, they can't be forced to work for extra hours. Okay, so that's all about the permanent worker. So dear children, now you can also differentiate the casual workers and the permanent worker. Create one table and then try to write down few points for these. Okay, so that's all about this chapter. Okay, let's recapitulate quickly. In this chapter we have discussed like how the people in the city they are earning. So people in the city they are working mainly at the four places. One is on street, where we can find different types of vendors, hawkers, and the temporary shops, and the person those who are selling the newspaper, milk, cobbler, flower sellers, these types of people. Second, we have discussed about the market. In the market there are number of shops and which are selling variety of things, and there are number of people those who are working in the market. Third, we have discussed about the factories, and most of the workers in the factory they are the casual workers. Then we have discussed about the labor chalk, where we can find the daily wage laborers, and the call center, that is a new form of employment in big cities. And at last we have discussed about the office area, where most of the workers they are the permanent workers. So I hope I am clear with this revision session, and if you people have any doubt, please watch the video again and try to read the chapter, and still you face any problem, then it can be discussed in the online classes or in offline classes. Thank you everyone. God bless you all.